Very good afternoon. So this is Saturday, 5 o'clock. We are same with 30 question, a very important question for prelims 2023. So we have started this discussion from April 2022 month. Today is the 9th class. We have reached December 2022. So every month the most important 30 questions we have handpicked. Then उसके ऊपर discussion चल रहा था. So before starting today's discussion, few things I want to clarify. One thing is, in all these classes, almost every class I have told that don't go behind too much of tricks, too much of this solving question without having right knowledge. But that was a phase from January to maybe the end of the March. That was the time you need to work on your knowledge base. Now we have just less than 2 months, less than 60 days for the exam. So ये 60 days में क्या करना है? Here our objective should be application of the knowledge. You should shift little bit from building knowledge base to how to solve question, how to reach answers, how to use different kind of strategies even if you don't know 100% of the answers. You may not get all the questions correct, but after 10 questions you are getting 6-7 correct, then still it is a good take. So you need to focus on these kind of things. Applying the with whatever minimum knowledge you have, that is the most important thing you need to focus from now on in solving the papers. Till this time I was strongly opposing this. I was strongly saying don't go beyond 10 tricks to solve prelims, 15 tricks, don't go behind this. But now to some extent you can look out this. That is one thing. Secondly, one thing, there has been so many students I have seen last year also who score extremely well in the tests which we conduct or which institutes conduct, but somehow managed to mess up the prelims. There has been student Manish, I know, he was like knowledge level में इसको compete नहीं कर पाएगा उतना. He was performing that good in the institute test or any other test which we give, but he messed up his prelims. One thing is wrong mindset, like extra unnecessary stress, so much things we overthink, or we do some very basic mistake, like we will completely avoid some subject. Suppose I accept you don't like art and culture. Suppose it is very much feasible, like possible that you don't like some subjects of this UPSC syllabus. But for prelims, if you want to qualify, you need to study every subject. There is no such a thing that I like this subject, I don't like this subject. आपके liking के ऊपर काम नहीं चलाना है. कुछ भी सब्जेक्ट है, आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया वीक एरिया आइडेंटिफाई करो, स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया में कम टाइम दो, बट स्टिल यू हैव टू रिवाइज द मोस्ट बेसिक्स ऑफ दैट ऑल्सो. नहीं तो उधर जाके कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा, स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया में पढ़ेगा नहीं. ये चीज़ नहीं करना है. स्ट्रॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ना है, वीक सब्जेक्ट भी पढ़ना है, लाइक है नहीं लाइक है पढ़ना है. ओनली ये एटीट्यूड रखना है. एंड एग्जाम क्लियर होगा नहीं क्लियर होगा ये सब कोई नहीं बता सकता. आप कितना भी पढ़ो, किधर से भी पढ़ो, किस टीचर से भी पढ़ो, कोई नहीं बता सकता एग्जाम क्लियर होगा नहीं क्लियर होगा. एटलीस्ट टिल प्रीलिम्स होगा उस दिन एंड तक माइंडसेट कितना अरोगन लग सकता है उतना अरोगन लगो. कुछ भी टफ पेपर आया क्लियर होने वाला है, क्लियर करना है. हम पढ़ाई करके जा रहे हैं, हम सालों महीनों से ये कर रहे हैं. यू हैव सीन यू फ्रॉम जनवरी कंटिन्यूसली यू आर पुटिंग 10 hours डेली एफर्ट और 8 hours 12 hours डेली एफर्ट. हैव कॉन्फिडेंस इन योर प्रिपरेशन. कुछ भी टफ आएगा, एग्जाम में भी एक्सपेक्टेड लाइंस में नहीं आएगा. क्वेश्चन टफ आ सकता है, क्वेश्चन नॉट समथिंग विच वी प्रिपेयर्ड एंड गो आ सकता है, बट कुछ भी आएगा हमको कट ऑफ क्लियर करना है. We have studied enough. It is tough for me, it is tough for everyone. Everyone is facing the same issue and we have enough knowledge, enough application power to come about this. Wrong mindset से एक ही दिन वेस्ट नहीं करना है. कितना अरोगन सोचो मैं क्लियर होना ही है ये एग्जाम. इस टाइम क्लियर होने के लिए तैयारी कर रहा है, क्लियर होगा. बाकी कुछ भी माइंड में सोच आ रहा है इसको हटाओ, फोर्सफुली हटाओ. ये ऐसे नहीं आएगा, आएगा ही आएगा. मैं क्या करेगा, लास्ट अटेम्प्ट हो गया, 5th अटेम्प्ट हो गया, ये सब आएगा. बट कॉन्शियसली आप एफर्ट डालो. मैं अरोगेंट पर्सन है, आई एम स्टडीइंग टू क्लियर इट. इस बार क्लियर ही होगा. कीप दैट अरोगेंस विथ यू. आई एम सीइंग अरोगेंस अगेन एंड अगेन बिकॉज there is no point in having a self-doubt at this point of game. Even a few months back you have self-doubt, you can think whether I should give the paper, not give the paper. ये सब time चला गया. अभी आप सेल्फ डाउट करके या बैक ऑफ करके कुछ मिलने नहीं है। अभी क्या करना है, कितना डाल सकता है एफर्ट, पढ़ाई नहीं किया कोई नहीं, कितना पढ़ाई किया उतना से होगा एग्जाम, ये सोचना है। बट बेसिक्स में कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना, बेसिक बुक सब पढ़ना है, एवरी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ना है, कुछ सब्जेक्ट छोड़ना नहीं है। सब कितना भी मटेरियल पढ़ा है वो 3 बार 4 बार रिवाइज करके ही जाना है अभी से 2 मंथ में। करंट अफेयर्स कितना कर रहा है, कितना क्वेश्चन कर रहा है, कितना टॉपिक्स किधर से भी कवर कर रहा है, ये सब रिवाइज करके जाना है। रिविजन नहीं है तो कुछ होने नहीं वाला, भूल जाएगा। सो रिविजन में फोकस करना है, ये प्रोसेस चलते रहना है टिल द एंड ऑफ द प्रीलिम्स। एंड एग्जाम के लास्ट में भी लास्ट घंटे तक में पढ़ के रहेगा, पॉसिबल है तो ऐसे ही रखो। ऐसे कुछ नहीं है एक दिन पहले पढ़ाई स्टॉप किया, बुक क्लोज किया, एग्जाम कितना तक पढ़ के रहेगा, पढ़ के ही रहेगा। क्लियर होगा नहीं क्लियर होगा, काम है नहीं काम है, ये सब अलग बात है, बट टिल दैट पॉइंट यू हैव टू कीप योर स्टडी, कीप द प्रोसेस गोइंग ऑन। ठीक है। सो आज का भी 30 क्वेश्चन में हमारा प्राइमरी फोकस इज, we will try to apply our whatever the basic knowledge we have into solving different kind of questions. You will get this material like answer explanation and all knowledge you can gain from this. I am also trying to limit knowledge part में ज़्यादा discuss नहीं करेगा, that you can read from this and get your clarity on this. बाकी question कैसे solve करता है ये चीज़ हम discuss करते हैं. Go ahead, answer the first question of the day. हो गया? जल्दी बताओ क्या आंसर है, क्या आंसर है? डी, ए। और कुछ बताओ क्या क्या, what was your thought process in answering this? Tell me first. Lisu community is Arunachal Pradesh, you know that. There is Arunachal Pradesh in second option also. Subtropical moist montane forest, this is in. Let's answer the question. With reference to newly discovered grey-bellied wren babbler. Suppose I am not well aware of this. If you exactly studied this and gone, then I understand you answer it from your knowledge. Suppose I am a person, I am not very super aware of this exact subspecies. Now what is the options I have? Consider the following statements. It has been named as a local community Lisu. Now Lisu, what come to your mind hearing this? It is a tribal community. Where India's tribal communities are? Most of the places we have. In, suppose this is India map. In central India we have Gonds. Some few major, in Kerala we have Irulas. Here we have Bhils. So if you even look at the name of the major tribes of the name, Lisu is not something like an Indian name. It is more like a Western name. It is more like a Christian name. Where is Christian tribes in India? There is no major Christian tribes in South India or Western India or any other part of India. Christian part, even in Kerala there is no Christian tribes. Tribes are Irula and this Hindu, basically Hindu religious based tribes. So Christian tribes you only find in Northeast India. And Lisu is a match, a name which more goes along with this Christian tribe name. So either you know Lisu tribe is in Arunachal Pradesh, even if you don't know, you can guess that there is high chance if this is a tribal community in India, this tribal community will be mostly from Northeast India. Even you cannot exactly pinpoint on Arunachal Pradesh, but at least this much you can say it is from Northeast India. So I am most likely to take this option correct. Or if I am taking this option correct, next statement I have seen, it has been discovered from Arunachal Pradesh. This is also in line with what we have our thought processes. Now third option, its natural habitat is subtropical moist montane forest. What is montane forest? Basically it is high altitude forest. High altitude, colder, what will be its characteristics? There will be broader leaves, coniferous leaves, and there will be decomposition process will be extremely slow. All these basic geography things will come to your mind. And whether this kind of forest can exist in northeast? Absolutely yes. In Arunachal Pradesh, absolutely it will exist. So all these three options are in line. Lisu tribe, this is in northeast India. Arunachal Pradesh is a state, of course, in northeast India. If it is a tribe in northeast, it can be in Arunachal Pradesh also. And in third, montane forest also. This statement also, you can see that this forest is very much available in Arunachal Pradesh as well as other states in northeast India. So either you can say all these statements can go right because everything logical consistency is there, or you can say everything is wrong. Suppose there is nothing like this, Lisu is completely outward, there is no relation with grey-bellied Brabant. It can happen that all these are totally not related to the bird. So, but we don't have an option like none of the above. And all these statements are logically consistent. We don't have either conceptual knowledge, we don't have any other knowledge way to counter any of these questions. In this type of question, the best option is, even if I don't know the answer, I will go for all of the above. D is the correct answer here. Rest the new species has been found, its all details are in your book that is provided to you. You can read out from there. But this should be your approach. You should check for either you have read somewhere, whether you read the bird about some newspaper or some current affairs material. If you read it, you can connect it with Arunachal Pradesh, then it becomes very easier. If you don't know it, look for an option that is having logical inconsistencies, that is not matching with the other options, that is staying out, whether there is an extreme fact given. Here, there you cannot find any extreme fact. Everything is logically consistent. Go ahead. Answer this is the bird we are talking about. Grey-bellied wren warbler. Just for remembering things, I put this. Now answer the second question first. If you're watching online, you can mark your answer in the comment section. So for online, you answer it. Okay. Tell me what is answer? A. Everyone is marking A. Any other option? C. बताओ क्यों मार्क किया बताओ जल्दी fast. You know the answer, that's why. Like you know, you read it somewhere. Any other suggestion? Bepur, where is Bepur? You know where it is? Okay. बताओ कैसे आंसर क्या है आपका? सी आंसर क्यों सी क्यों? Coastal town, Bepururu is related to coastal town, ऐसे सोच रहा है. There is Bepururu. What exactly is Bepururu? If you read something somewhere, it is a ship. What kind of ship it is? It is a special kind of, like India has trade relations with Arab countries for centuries. Even before Britishers, Vasco da Gama came, we have trade relations with Arabs. Arab was taking Indian spices from India to these European countries. So that's why Indian products, spices, cotton, all these are famous in European countries. So how Arabs were taking? Arabs were not taking through the land. Arabs were taking goods from India through sea. They were looking at the monsoon winds. When the winds are favorable, this ship will go. Now, Bepur ship is kind of a ship that was manufactured in Kerala. Special kind of ship that was manufactured from ancient times for trading with the Arabs basically. So this is Baipur ship if you know. Now you come to the question. If you exactly don't know what is Baipur ship, why we put this question recently, this has been given application for getting GI tag. GI tag application for Baipur ship has been filed. Now you come to the question. It is mainly made of Malabar teak. Where is Malabar? Malabar rebellion, you remember? Where happened this Malabar rebellion? Which year it happened? 19? Which year? Malabar rebellion, which year it happened? It was during the period of non-cooperation movement, 1921, around this time. Malabar rebellion. So where exactly is this Malabar? It is in northern Kerala, exactly. Northern Kerala region is called Malabar. Now it is we know if the ship that is being used for contact with the Arab countries. Arab mainly what they are shipping? Spices. Spices Kerala is very famous for. Kerala is major trading center for these spices. Now everything is matching. Malabar teak can be very much in line with if you know the thing exactly. Now come to the second option. Baipur is a town located on the banks of Krishna river. Where exactly is Krishna river? It is flowing into Bay of Bengal. At least it is not in the Kerala region. It is not even in the Kerala state. It is flowing into Bay of Bengal through Odisha, all these states. So it is, so these two cannot be, either this is correct or this is correct. This both cannot be correct because Malabar teak is in northern Kerala part and Krishna river is in opposite side of the country. It is flowing into Bay of Bengal. So either one of these is correct. Now if you know at least some knowledge of the Baipur, where it is either the city Baipur where it is in near the Kozhikode city of Kerala. That was like where Vasco da Gama came in Kappa. Nearby area is Baipur also. Somewhere you read it, you connect with it, you can connect it with the Malabar teak. Even if you don't know, don't select this option. And mostly exclusive options are there, so either one can be correct. Neither one also, there is less chance of becoming the answer. इसमें से आपको with your knowledge, with your level of application, remembering anything, you have to find the answer. Here the correct answer is A, one only is the correct statement. It is not on the banks of Krishna river. Go read XYZ material, you will get it, which is the river. This was the news why we are discussing this exactly. This is the ship that is Baipur Uru that is being called. Baipur Uru question can also come in this form, like what exactly this is. Question can also come in, what exactly is this Baipur Uru? It is a kind of ship that is made from special tea plantation from this Malabar region. Go ahead. Answer the third question first. बताओ क्या आंसर है? क्या आंसर है बताओ? ए बोल रहा है, डी बोल रहा है, बी. With reference to green methanol, consider the following statements. Green methanol क्या है? Methanol क्या है? We have so much discussion on hydrogen. Hydrogen, green hydrogen, what is it? Hydrogen is not itself a fuel. It is like a carrier. Like coal, there is coal staying in below the earth. You go and take the coal or take the petroleum, you get the fuel. Hydrogen, there is nowhere hydrogen available in the earth. You have only available cheese is H2O. So you have to give energy into it and split into H2 and O2. Then this H2 you capture it, then it go for combustion, then you can use in different applications. So there is so much of energy needed to split this. If this energy is taken from coal, we call it as coal, or petroleum, we call it as black hydrogen or gray hydrogen. Now if this energy is coming from renewable energy sources, we call it as green hydrogen. So this is all story about hydrogen. Now next thing we are very common is ethanol. What is ethanol? Where you see ethanol? Ethanol mixing. There is target. What is the target? 20%, 25%. 20% by 2025. अभी 30 हो गया. So this is the target set by government. पेट्रोल मिक्सिंग में इतना होना है, डीजल में इतना टारगेट रखना है. ये गवर्नमेंट क्यों रख रहा है? एक दिस इंपोर्ट बिल कम करना है. Import bill 85% of our petroleum resource we are petroleum demand we are meeting by importing from other countries. So import bill कम करना है. Second is ethanol is a cleaner fuel. Why it is called cleaner fuel? Why it is called cleaner fuel? What is ethanol chemically? It is CH3 CH2OH. This is ethanol chemically. Why it is called cleaner fuel? Because a fuel is, we call it unclean when it has particles of sulfur, or when it has other particles. When we burn this fuel, SOx or any other compounds will also come out with this combustion. Then we call that fuel as unclean fuel. Coal is very unclean fuel because coal directly has content of sulfur. We have this, somewhere you have read in the news, this desulfurized coal also. That means in coal you do some chemical process, take out all the sulfur, because it is a very dangerous greenhouse gas emittent. Greenhouse gas as well as pollutant also. Now if this is prepared chemically, this doesn't has any other compound or any other pollutants you can say, so that any other SOx or any other emissions can happen into with this. So that's why we call it as a very cleaner fuel. And if you burn this also, it completely burns out. Completely burns out means whatever will be emitted will be CO2 plus H2O. Now CO2 is a greenhouse gas, but still it is complete combustion, means it's still safer. If CO is coming, then it is not complete, incomplete combustion. It is more dangerous than CO2, more health issues, more all other problems it will create more. So we know ethanol is a cleaner fuel. Now come to methanol. What is methanol? Methanol means only one carbon will not be there. So it will be CH3OH. Now tell me, what is green hydrogen? It can be produced from green hydrogen. That is the first statement. Green hydrogen, it is H2. Now there is so much hydrogen in ethanol. There may be some chemical process where you can mix hydrogen with other kind of copper, what is this? Carbon and as well as oxygen, so that you get this. So this chemical process can be very much feasible. It is very extreme to think that from hydrogen you cannot make this. So this statement, even if you don't know what is green methanol, you should take this as correct statement. Come to second statement. It can be used as a low carbon liquid fuel. Now we know already, we have read somewhere in the newspaper in our study material about story about ethanol. Now there is no such great difference between ethanol and methanol. One carbon is less. Rest all the story is same. This is a cleaner fuel. This is absolutely a cleaner fuel. Second option should be correct. Come to the third option. Combustion of green methanol emits no greenhouse gases. Now combustion of CH3OH, what will emit? It should emit CO2 and H2O. CO2H is least dangerous greenhouse gas, but still it is a greenhouse gas. CO2 is a greenhouse gas. So it is very extreme to say that no greenhouse gas will be emitted. If hydrogen is being combustion is hydrogen or green hydrogen or any other hydrogen, this combustion is going on, then there is no greenhouse gas emitted. Why? Because only we have H2O will be produced in this. But in all other fuels, there is carbon present. When there is carbon presence, end products में CO2 तो हो ही होगा. If there is CO2, it is a greenhouse gas. Even though how much cleaner you say it is, there will be some amount of greenhouse gas. So that is all about green methanol. So answer for this question is A, that is 1 and 2 only. 20%, 20% green ethanol mixing by 2025. That is government target. Go ahead. Methanol का भी target है. Okay. ठीक है. Answer the fourth question first. करो आंसर करो, टाइम नहीं है आज. If you're watching online, do comment the answers in the comment section. Apply whatever you know in every answer. Tell me what answers you answered. C. Any other? B. Any other? सब सी है. ठीक है. With reference to Ratnagiri prehistoric geoliths. Where is Ratnagiri? It is in Maharashtra. What is this prehistoric means? What is prehistory? There is no written or language was not fully developed. During that time of phase, we call it as prehistory. Before Indus civilization, all this we call it as prehistory. And we have evidences from what period? Even from lakhs of years ago also, we have certain evidences. All these are prehistoric evidences. Combinedly, we call it as prehistory. So it can be from, say, 5,000, beyond 5,000, whatever age it is, all evidences, all rock painting, whatever we are getting, all we categorize into this prehistory. Now, what is this geoglyphs? In NCERT or other books, we are saying petroglyphs you might have come across. What exactly is this? Suppose there is a stone. Now you take a small area of this and you make some paintings. Now this is my petroglyph. Now geoglyph means only difference is, instead of taking a small area out of this stone, maybe a very big mountain is there. This whole mountain is also my canvas. Very huge canvas it will be using. And in this canvas, whatever drawing, whatever artwork they want to do, this basic idea is, here it is small and maybe inside a cave and all this. It will be inside an enclosed region and all this. Here this will be an open area most probably, and a huge canvas will be used for whatever art or whatever work they want to do. That is geoglyphs. Now regarding this, what it can be, read the first statement. It is a technique of mural painting executed upon freshly laid wet plaster. What this is called, there is in NCERT, there is separate box for this. If you are going through NCERT, you should be very clear about it. This is fresco method. You are making a plaster, with plaster you are making a wet material, and on this you are applying the colors and making the painting. This is fresco method. This cannot be our answer. Come to second. It is an inscription written on palm leaves. We are talking about prehistoric times. That is beyond 5,000, 6,000, maybe 12,000 years back. During this much time, if something is written on palm leaves, it is very difficult to survive till the day. Even if something written on wood, it will not survive. Only we got rock paintings because only rocks survive. Maybe they have made some painting on the palm leaves. Maybe they have made some artwork on other XYZ woods and other things also. But nothing of this can survive the age, 5,000 years. So if we are speaking of prehistoric some evidences, this cannot be a palm leaves. Palm leaves, it should be in first century. In last 1,000 years, we may get evidences of palm leaves. Beyond that, it's very difficult. This is not, cannot be the answer. It is a form of prehistoric rock art made on surface of laterite plateaus through an incision, picking, carving, and whatever it is. Now here, what is few peculiar things about this? One is rock art. We know whatever evidence we get from prehistoric time, that is rock art only. So prehistoric and rock art, Bimbetka, everything is some kind of rock art in cave art. This is very much matching with this option. Secondly, it is saying about laterite plateaus. If you know the geography of Maharashtra, can there be laterite plateaus in Maharashtra? Very much feasible. Maharashtra is starting point of these laterite rocks, laterite plateaus. From there till the south, till Kerala, we have throughout these laterite plateaus. We'll show picture in the next slide. It is a human-made shapes and patterns made by lining of large rocks on this open ground. This is, you can connect it with some historical elements, but very difficult to find something like this in India. We don't have something like mummies or something rock, we keep rock on above, and this kind of thing is not common in Indian history. We mostly in prehistory also we only see this rock art or rock painting. So even if you don't know the answer, you only study NCERT and go, you should be able enough knowledge to, if I'm not leaving this question, I will mark only answer C. Okay, this application level skill you should develop with your what fresco, you know, palm leaves you connect with something. This kind of thought process you have to evolve over the time. Now we go to some details of this. This is the rock painting or rock, whatever you cannot call it painting. Rock art we were talking about. This is geoglyph that is discovered from Ratnagiri in Maharashtra. And this is the laterite plateau. This is center of cutting this laterite stone from the land itself. So Ratnagiri, Maharashtra is starting point of this laterite plateau. And laterite soils throughout there is still there from Kerala. This industry is developed in all these coastal regions. What kind of laterite soil come in which kind of areas? What is the geography? What is the XYZ feature required for formation of this kind of soil? What is this soil speciality? This is highly leached, not red, highly leached soil. Leached soil plus this is subjected to huge amount of this variation, temperature, intense rainfall, due to that leaching is happening. Then there is high temperature variations is there. So all this we are getting in this Western Ghats region. So this industry is well developed from Ratnagiri, Maharashtra to throughout the south. So everything in this option is so much in line with basic geography ideas, basic history ideas we have. So even if you don't know, our answer is C only. Rest the exact details you can read from the material. Go ahead. Answer the fifth question first. Okay. What is the answer? B. Any other? D. C. C. So much options we are getting. With reference to Nirbhaya Fund, consider the following statement. So what all you know about Nirbhaya Fund? Tell me that. Nirbhaya Fund created after maybe the incident of this, whatever incident that happened in 2010s. You know, it happened in early 2010s. Exact year you may forget. But it happened in early 2010s. What will be the objective of this fund? Isn't total. Objective is protection of women safety और women centric initiatives को fund करने के लिए fund बना है. ठीक है. Now read the first statement. It was established in 2020. It's a pandemic year. It is nowhere established in pandemic year. Under the Ministry of Home Affairs. One is there is a year, there is a specific data, and this incident happened in 2010s. So early 2010s. Very high chance this cannot be done in 2020. Secondary, Ministry of Home Affairs is there. But the fund was going on from earlier itself. Now, there is another, if this is not the clue enough, there is a ministry name given. Whenever you see ministry name, you should be cautious. If you look at any 10 years papers, ministry name mostly goes wrong. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है सब ministry की तरफ देखकर ये statement में काटेगा. ऐसे भी नहीं है. You should apply your knowledge, but you should be very cautious. Only if you know exactly this ministry is correct, then mark it correct. So here there is a ministry name also, so you should be cautious about it. Actually, it was formed in to the early 2010s, and it was under the Ministry of Women and Child Development, not under Ministry of Home Affairs. Secondly, it is a non-lapsable fund. What are other things you know about this fund? What is the greatest accusation of this fund? What is criticism or accusation against this fund, Nirbhaya fund? It has been news throughout the years. It is not properly utilized. Like if you look at the data, around 3,000 crore fund is allotted, government, and less than 10%, less than 300 crore fund is being utilized for different projects. All other 90% of the fund is like stagnated. And why this fund is getting stagnated year after year? Usually what happens, if government allot, there is a scheme, government allot 100 crore for this scheme. Now if only 80 crore is expenses happen, at the end of the year government will take back this 20 crore. This 20 crore will not be taken from the Consolidated Fund of India or wherever XYZ this fund is being taken. This is what normally happens. That's why in March, in this last quarter, January to March, what we see is sudden spending, March rush, all this sudden spending, because whatever maybe in last 3 quarters they have spent only 30 crore. Now 70 crore on 3 months is there, so they try to spend as much as it is. So this what happened, March rush happened, because if not spent, this fund will go back to the consolidated fund or the government corpses. Now what is difference with this Nirbhaya fund is, if 100 crore is allotted for Nirbhaya fund, it is not utilized, it will not go back to the government. Whatever allotted will not be allotted with the Nirbhaya, even if that is not used in that exact year. That's why it is called a non-lapsable fund. Due to it is non-lapsable, that's why it is facing this criticism. Even though there is huge amount of allotted, most of it is unutilized, and still the fund is there because it is a non-lapsable fund. If this were not a non-lapsable fund, there will not be this criticism. If this rest of the crore will be taken back to the corpus, and new allocation will be done next year. So all this allocation is coming from because this is a non-lapsable fund. Now there is a defense modernization fund also. Government defense ministry is pushing for making this also non-lapsable fund, because it is such an essential part of whatever the national interest is. Defense modernization, but government is not so much interested in it, because we already have this experience of Nirbhaya fund. It is stagnant like this. If any other more funds are being made into this non-lapsable category, that will also may go into this. Tell me. Maybe this data, or you go and search Google. We don't have leverage to answer all this. Non-lapsable fund is a concept. Maybe other fund also may be under this category. More funds will be there in the category. No, we are not going to discuss all this. So here answer is B2 only. If it's essential for this class, we discuss. Otherwise, we will discuss after the class. I'll sit here, I have no issues. Okay. B2 only, that is our answer. Go ahead, answer the, yeah, this is the all data, specific data. If you want to have a look, just have a look. Basic concept you should be know, that is only the important thing. Fund was created in 2012. 2012 also this unfortunate incident happened. Go ahead. Answer the 6th question first. Krishi Udan we discussed in economic class, economic survey class, agriculture. Answer, tell me what is answer? C. Any other, any other? A. D. D कौन बोल रहा है? Tell me what is your logic with reference to Krishi Udan scheme 2.0. What is coming into your mind hearing Krishi Udan? What it is? Agriculture. Agriculture is there. Krishi Udan means it is something related to airplanes. Airplanes are also part of it. What is your answer? C. ठीक है. Tell me. So airplane is there, agriculture is there. So what airplane will do? Carry the agriculture products to different parts of the country. This will be the fair. This much thing you can guess from the name or basic things you should be aware of this. Now come to the objective. The main objective of Krishi Udan Scheme 2.0 is to increase air carriage in modal mix for transportation of agri products. Very much in line with this. Agri products northeast में horticulture बहुत ज़्यादा है, but demand is in Maharashtra or other big cities, Delhi and all other cities. So we need to carry this fast because it will have a very small shelf life. Focus area is northeast itself for this Krishi Udan scheme also. So that is the objective why we came with this product, because the agri produce should be easily available in all other parts of the country, irrespective of where it is cultivated. So this is very much in line. Under this scheme, special flights will operate across the country for seamless transportation of agri produce. See, we have this, what it is? Kisan Rail scheme. What it was? Through railways, we were transporting the agriculture produce to different parts of the country. Here it is airways. But flying an aeroplane only for agriculture produce, that is not feasible. That is too extreme an option to think of. Even in Krishi Rail, most of the trains have fit some extra bogies to having this cold storage facilities so that the agri produce can be transported. It is very small cases we have special trains. Special trains are also part of the program. But thinking that for agriculture produce transport, you are allotting a whole new aeroplane, that is too extreme to think. Now, if your government, even if want to go in that direction, normal carriers will not entertain it. Maybe government like have to come up with government owned company. Then only some airplane government can buy and use for this. Normal airplanes are all designed for human carrying. There is no airplane that is designed for this agri carrying. So if such a big thing happen, you might have already known, because that will be in big news. Something not like that happened. So this is too an extreme option to be correct. So even if you don't know too much, you have to take this as wrong, and here answer is A1 only. Now what exactly is this Krishi Udan? What it does is, if you are taking an airplane, you give some space, luggage space or this carrier space, some jagah agri products ke liye rakho. Now if you keep this for some space for agri products, your parking charges, for airplane has to land in a airport, they have to give these parking charges. There are so many other charges. All these extra charges will be levied or not taken up from this, waived from this airplane running cost. So this is the incentive given by the government to take more agri produce from northeast or other part of this country. That is, don't too much focus on this. This is obviously what the scheme is. It is only given. बताओ बताओ. What is issue क्या है? Extreme statement है. Extreme statement है ही है. If you think logically, extreme statement है. It is not like there is some statement words like most. ऐसे नहीं बोल रहे. But logically this is an extreme statement. ये आपको eliminate करना ही है. Answer is A only. Basics of the scheme, you can read out something. Cargo infrastructure built in airports, special infrastructure will be provided so that farmer can give this produce and all this. Implemented in 53 airports. Main focus area, as he told, is in northeast itself. This airport charges will be waived off for this airplane carrier. Go ahead, answer the 7th question first. बताओ बताओ क्या आंसर है? C. A. C is there. A is there. Any other? B. क्या है? C है आपका A. With reference to Amrit Bharat station. So station is there. It is will be something association with railways. And railway station में क्या development हो रहा है? Redevelopment. You can call it redevelopment, modernization, infrastructure development. All these are required in railway stations. So all this process may be somewhat related to this. It envisages low cost redevelopment. Very good idea. Low cost ही होना चाहिए. High cost means that's the point of railway station which can be timely executed. Everything in line. It's assume all other previous redevelopment projects work is yet to begin. This is an extreme. All previous is there, but this statement is correct. It does subsumes all this. This was the objective of this XYZ scheme because so many small different allocation, different allotments are going on. So what this scheme does is it combine all this and give a centralized picture to this railway station modernization. So basic objective of the scheme, even though it seems very extreme statement, this is taken from very basic objective of the scheme. Studying scheme means you should first thing you should study is what is the XYZ objective of the scheme. So this needs some knowledge to score. So this is also correct. Correct answer is C. Who told C? You did good. Go ahead. Rest about the scheme you can read from the material. Firstly answer the 8th question. Very interesting question this is. Yeah. हो गया? What is the answer? B. B. Everyone is answering B. चेंज कर रहा है? बताओ जल्दी बताओ, टाइम नहीं है. D. क्या है जितेंद्र? B. All are B. So with reference to National Bamboo Mission, in news recently, consider the following statements. Bamboo, what all you know? What basic category it is? It is from grass family. Grass family it is. Now what else you know? It has so much applications. Like you can make a number of things with it, from newspapers to art craft works to chairs. So many applications you have with it. And secondly, these applications have so much of tribal connections. There is so much of tribes are producing XYZ products with bamboo. You might have seen, heard, or we are going for tour also. Like in a special forest area you are going, there will be tribal products made of bamboo kept there. You can buy this, all this kind of things. So this much of basic things you know. Now recently, bamboo grown in non-forest areas have been included in definition of tree under Indian Forest Act of 1927. Now why this is important? Tell me, so many people have take this as wrong statement. Why? आप तो सही लिया ना, wrong कौन लिया? आप सब wrong लिया, बताओ क्यों wrong लिया ये first statement? At least your basic knowledge should be there has been some changes happened in Indian Forest Act. Now if it is a tree, what happened? If it is fell down, it become timber. Now if you are taking timber on mass level, then there is government permissions, so much government complications can come into picture. Now what government intends is, for tribal people, they cut the bamboo, there should not be any legal complications. So this statement is saying earlier it was not in the tree list, now it is included in the definition of tree list. So ये हो नहीं सकता. Because included in the definition means you're making things more complicated for the tribals. Tribals doesn't want XYZ in the tree list. If it is in the grass list, It is some, so you can handle it much easily. You can cut it. There is no right legal permission to be taken. There is no regulation coming over it. So it is more chance it eliminated from the tree definition. But the statement is saying it is put included in the tree definition. So this is not logically correct. I take this as a wrong option. Second, bamboo is included in the minor forest produce. So many times I told bamboo, where it happens, bamboo production, bamboo, all these bamboo crafts are somewhere related to tribal lifestyle, tribal products. So minor MF, minor forest produce, it can be a part of minor forest produce. Minor forest produce, what is the advantages they are getting? They have the right to collect. They have the right to sell it also. They will get some kind of fair price also for this. So all this MSP, like for agriculture MSP, like that fair price also they will get. So all these advantages is for tribals. So this is also related to tribals. This mostly a correct statement. National Bamboo Mission is a centrally sponsored scheme for development of the bamboo sector. Now what is problem with this? Actually all these options are not correct. Centrally sponsored scheme. No, it is correct. Bamboo means bamboo, where it comes? We have discussed in previous class also. There is central sector scheme and centrally sponsored scheme. What is the major difference? Central sector scheme mostly 100% funded by the government. So what kind of projects central government will fund 100%? That is in union list. Executive authority will be union. Something which is in the union list, those topics are in the union list. That kind of topics more will come under the central sector scheme. If it is in concurrent list or in state list subject, mostly it will go into this central sponsored scheme. Central sponsored scheme, some percent will be put by state, some state put by center, and both of this combined, and state will be the executing authority. Now this bamboo mission and all, where it comes? It is agriculture, a state subject, or forest regulation. It is also not a union subject. So all this is most probably it cannot be a central sector scheme. It can be a central sponsored scheme only. So this is correct, this is correct, this is wrong. Your answer will be B itself, 2 and 3. Okay. Go ahead, answer the 9th question first. Read this question very carefully. Every word is somewhere important. And this will seem like a very factual question, but still try to apply whatever knowledge you can think of into this. Answer this question anyway, even if you don't know much about all this. Okay. बताओ क्या आंसर लिए मिला? ए बोल रहा है सब. C. Any other? D. हो गया सबका? आपका क्या है? C. Okay. Answer is B. How to answer this? Which of the following pilgrimage sites have been recently included in National Mission on Pilgrimage Rejuvenation Spiritual Augmentation Drive? Prasad scheme. What is Prasad scheme? Basically religious sites has been selected and infrastructure development focus need for this site, we will do this. Road development maybe or any other developments. There is one keyword that is recently included. Now this scheme has been running for 5-6 years. When it was initially launched, 12 sites were selected for this. And out of these 12 sites, some slides are really interesting. Most of the slides, if religious slides you are selecting from India, most of the sites will be temples. Now there is Amritsar Sikh temple is there. That is not so much a Hindu temple. That is a part of it. Now from Muslim religion, which mosque is there? Ajmer Dargah is there. Velankanni in Tamil Nadu. That is for Christian pilgrimage site. So these are all selected in the first round itself in 12. Amritsar is most famous from Punjab. You should know. It is selected in the even in all list you take. The first site that comes in picture is Amritsar. Now this much is you apply this knowledge. Amritsar is not added recently. It was added in the first time when the scheme was being introduced 5-6 years earlier. So Amritsar, if you know this cannot be part of this answer, all other options get eliminated. Only you are left with B. Now otherwise if you want to answer this question, then you should have read the XYZ news associated with this. Recently this is a PIB Celia. Recently President visited in December, President visited the Telangana locations in this Telangana and laid foundations for some infrastructural development works in these two temples. And these two temples were included in the Prasad scheme also after that. So either you should know exactly this news, otherwise you should apply that Amritsar is, it is also an exotic place because it is a non-Hindu pilgrimage site. Only very few non-Hindu pilgrimage sites are there. You should take note of it. Secondly, it is most important religious site in Punjab. Even in all this Prasad list, you find Amritsar as the first top one. So you should recognize that Amritsar is included in the earlier list, not in the recent list or recent revision. So answer here is B. Go ahead, answer the 10th question first. Tell me what is the answer for this? Aram se. Aram se. C or B or C, B, okay. Okay, good enough. With reference to G20 Development Working Group. Okay, we know G20. What do you know about G20? Basically what it is? It contains developed as well as developing countries. India, China is also part of this. USA and other big countries are also part of it. Okay, this much you should know. Now the development working group meetings aims to discuss global money laundering and terrorist financing. Who will discuss global money laundering and terrorist financing? Mostly it is a territory of G7, terrorist financing. Mostly advanced countries are leading in this. Even OECD, if it's there, it will be very confusing. Even FATF is exactly doing this only. FATF is there. If these were the options, you have more reason to think that this can be a correct statement. G20 is more like a generalist organization. It has interest of developing countries at the forefront. India, China, and this. We have developmental problems, and even the group's name is development working. If a group's name is development working, there is hard chance you will be discussing something that is purely economical. These all are economic. The FATF is an economic, working on the economic front organization. So very less chance this can be go correct. This is wrong. It is a platform for G20 members to come together and prioritize multilateralism. Very much correct. Share solutions that promote growth, remap development plans, and achieve sustainable development goals. Everything is very logically correct. If any grouping is there, these all things, what this will be they doing. 20 members are there, they come together, discuss the whatever solutions are feasible, then you do XYZ, then achieve the sustainable development goals by 2030. That will be like most of the organization doing. Very much straightforward statement, even though it is very lengthy. This is absolutely correct. Answer here is B2 only. Go ahead, rest about you can read from here. Answer the 11th question first. क्या बोल रहे? Troika, what it is? Troika we discussed in class, right? Troika, three countries are there, like G20, this year is 2023. In 2022, where the summit happened, in 2024, where the summit will happen. This country given the baton to India. This was Indonesia, right? Now it will go to Brazil. So these three countries together for this year is called this year's Troika countries. This will like they help in coordination together. India will help Brazil how to coordinate all these things. India was given help by Indonesia and all this. This is Troika. Go first, go first. Answer the 11th question. Tell me what is answer? A, B और कुछ? D. बताओ बताओ. A. बताओ क्या है? No idea. With reference to group of friends, consider the following statements. Basic things you should know is group of friends is related to peacekeeping, UN peacekeeping force. What exactly it is? That is the first statement. It is a platform to promote accountability for all all acts of violence against UN United Nations peacekeepers by facilitating support to the host nation. Peacekeeping force, what is the trouble they are facing? They are being attacked by terrorist groups. They are being attacked by all other kind of certain like local groups. And these people are like UN, they don't have the support, so much support system. So they are like becoming a weak target. So this is an issue peacekeeping force is facing, and this XYZ grouping is for this. At least you know that group of friends is related to peacekeeping. You can take this option as correct, because this has been issue in news that UN peacekeeping force is facing, and there might be, if a group is formed, there is objective can be solution to that. Now India, Bangladesh and Nepal are not a part of this. Here you can think that what you learn about India and peacekeeping force. What you know, India is one of the biggest contributor to UN peacekeeping force. Till recent years back, India was largest contributor to peacekeeping force. Now, if such a big initiative is taken by the initiative, how can a big contributor not a part of it? Secondly, if you remember the recent data or you remember gone through the website, India, Bangladesh and Nepal, these are the three countries who contributes largest to the UN peacekeeping force. Exact data is Bangladesh is contributing around 7,200 personnel to the UN peacekeeping, India 6,000 something, Nepal also 6,000. These are top three countries which are contributing highest number of personnel to the UN peacekeeping force. These three countries cannot be a part of this initiative, means that is not logically correct or not logically feasible solution. So this is wrong, and you get it A1 only as the answer. Okay, answer the 12th question first. What is answer? A. Everyone is saying A or any other, any other? Okay, C. Okay. A. With reference to European Securities and Market Authority, ESMA. European Securities and Markets Authority. So what will be doing? Securities is the markets is there. Some kind of a regulator, market economic regulator it is. Consider the following statement. It is an independent European Union authority that contributes to safeguarding stability of EU's financial system. Now, if it is an authority, it will be some kind of a regulator. Regulator, what the objective of regulator is? SEBI, what is objective? Financial stability of India ensure karna. Yeah, secondary market, share markets, financial stability ensure karna. That is objective. So this is very much in line with the objective of regulator. Mostly a correct statement. ESMA does not have the power to de-recognize non-EU financial institutions. Now, this has two connotations. One is, if it is a regulator, it should have the power to de-recognize. If you against Russia, sanctions has been made on Russia, what does that mean? Russian institutions may be de-recognized by these financial regulators. That is one way you can see. Secondly, if you exactly remember the news, what ESMA does is, ESMA de-recognized 6 financial institutions from India, including very famous institutions like clearing houses from India, including Clearing Corporation of India, Indian Clearing Corporation Limited, NSC Clearing Limited, Multi Commodity Exchange Clearing, India International Clearing. Like these are very famous organizations, either regulated by RBI, SEBI, or international, that Gift City in Gujarat, IFSC, that regulated. These are very prominent institutions in India, and ESMA has deregulated all these 6 institutions. Why they did this? If you exactly know this data, then this is a wrong statement. So this is only correct. Our answer will be A. Now, why these organizations are being de-recognized? Because ESMA said that if you want to give recognition to different financial organizations, we should check the credibility of these organizations. Check the credibility means you have to share your financial data with this. So Indian authorities said that this is a sovereign overreach, this cannot be feasible. We have our regulators like RBI, SEBI and IFSC to do all these things. We cannot share our regulatory powers with any foreign authority. So Indian government or Indian authorities were not ready to accept the claim ESMA to do the financial check on Indian bodies. So they have responded by de-recognizing all these 6 bodies. This was in news. From this question has been framed. Go ahead, answer the 13th question first. A very simple question it is. What is answer? Yeah. All are saying D. Nobody is saying C. B is an extreme option. With reference to aeronomy, consider the following statement. It refers to what is aeronomy? It's study of upper atmosphere. It refers to study of upper atmospheric regions of Earth and other solar systems. Very much correct if you know the basic meaning definition of aeronomy. It covers chemistry, dynamics, energy, balance, and both neutral and charged particles. Upper atmosphere means it contains charged particles. Aurora, what is aurora? These all are ionosphere. All these are happening because there is charged particles. So study of charged particles will be a part of upper atmospheric study. Both these are correct statements, and what is most important is not to make careless mistake. What is asked is which of the statement is not correct. Both the statement are correct. Correct answer is D. Answer the 14th question first. हो गया? क्या आंसर है? क्या आंसर है? बी। बताओ और क्या आंसर है कुछ? ए। सी बोल रहे हो? ठीक है, आंसर कहता है with reference to rare earth elements. What is rare earth elements? There is a one block of set of elements which is very, why it is called rare earth? You know this, China has majority or a control over the supply of rare earth elements. It has applications in lot many industries, from electronics to aeroplane industry to so much industries, like everywhere in production modern appliances. These rare earth elements are very crucial, and China controls this supply, global supply of these rare earth elements. All these basics you know. Now come to the first statement. There are a set of 27 elements in the periodic table. See, 27, how much is periodic table? You remember something like this. Only one line of elements is called as this rare earth elements. Now one line means cannot be 27. 27 is a too big number. Second, you can think that there is a specific data that is given. A data you will take, right, only if you know this is correct. Or yes, or there is, you take this data correct if you exactly know the data, or it is very much logically correct data. Here 27 logically correct, I am not seeing 27 as logically correct. If one row is there, one row of periodic table cannot be 27. It is too much. It is actually 70 numbers, so this is a wrong statement. They are actually found relatively abundantly in the Earth's crust. Rare earth elements, even their name is rare, they are found relatively abundant. But what is the problem with them? Problem with them means relatively abundant means there is so much of, in earth crust there is so much of this metal, but we can commercially extract it only when there is concentrated amount में available है. This concentrated amount में ये rare earth elements available नहीं होगा. This will be like spread out throughout the crust, so the extraction of these elements become very difficult. So that's why it is called rare earth elements, not because it is not available at all. There are more elements in periodic table that is more rare than these rare earth elements. But these are called so because they are, even though their presence is abundant compared to many other metals, but extraction is very difficult because it is spread throughout the places. Concentrated XYZ, concentrated areas of these elements is very difficult to get. Go ahead, answer here is B is 2 only is the correct answer. Answer the 15 question first. I think this we discussed in some classes also. Science and tech class, I guess. Cyber security related to those. Two lines, both lines are there. Both included 70 metals are there. Two rows will be there in the, like नीचे part में दिया होगा वो चीज. हो गया? What is answer? This is a very factual statement. Doxing recently seen in related to revealing personal information or identity, revealing information online, whatever it is. What is the objective? If somebody's personal information, you are revealing it online with the objective of harming the person. That kind of process is called doxing. Many countries has laws against doxing. India does it. There is no categorically specific law against doxing. You can give only case against this Information Technology Act and under all this. Here answer is A. This is like factual straightforward question. Go forward, answer the 16th question. बताओ क्या आंसर है? B. So what was the logic applied here? Everyone is saying B. Okay. With reference to surface water and ocean topography, consider the following statement. Surface water, okay, ocean topography. What is India's plans to study the ocean topography? Ocean topography means what? What is the surface of the oceans? What is the mountains is there? Whatever gully is there? Whatever it is there. What is Indian programs for this studying ocean topography? Samudrayan is there. Deep Ocean Mission is there. Deep Ocean Mission, Samudrayan. These are all our programs. Which ministry is undertaking this? It is NIOT, National Institute of Ocean Technology or something. This is under Ministry of Earth Sciences. So even if India is studying surface, it is not done by ISRO. ISRO is specifically designated for space related. Now it will help in surveying water bodies around the globe. Now around the globe means this Samudrayan, this DOM, Deep Ocean Mission, all these schemes are not around the globe. These are all limited to Indian Ocean region. And India is also not having too much of expertise in this. India is not a country like in space we have so much of expertise over the years ISRO has been doing. These programs are recently coming into force, last 3-4 years, the Deep Ocean Mission and Samudrayan Mission. India is first time doing the Deep Ocean Mission at all. So there is no capacity to do the around the globe water bodies ko survey karne ke liye. This also is not the correct option. Answer here is D. Both are wrong statements. Try to answer the 17th question first. This is quite a tough question. Only if you know, you know. Otherwise, it becomes little difficult. बताओ क्या आंसर है? What is answer? C. बताओ A. और कुछ? A. With reference to tumor necrosis factor, TNF. What exactly is TNF? TNF is a protein in which produces in the process of immunity development and all. Immunity process. How immunity is happening with these white blood cells? White blood cells will be produced in larger quantity. If new particle is coming into blood, white blood cells will be produced in larger quantity and they go and attack this new particle and they will process something. Here also there is 3-4 mechanism. We discussed I guess in the science and tech class. So TNF is a protein that is produced in the process of human immunity. It is a cytokine which is produced when immune system is stimulated. Very much, if you know the knowledge, it is a correct statement. Blood cells in bone marrow are major producers of TNF. This is also a correct statement. Both these are correct statement. Answer here is C. Not too much discussing in this. Specific details is you can go through the material itself. Answer the 18th question first. C. Answer was C. Last question. What is the answer? B. A. Any else? बताओ. A. हिंट नहीं पूरा बताएगा. Eliminate करो, एक eliminate करो. Encrypted. Which one of the following statements best explain the dark patterns often talked about in the news? Dark pattern, something. It can be points in space where ripples of gravitational waves are not observed. I will never select this option as correct. Why? This is logically very tough to be right. Why I will not select this statement? First option, whichever in wherever question it came. Gravitational waves, what it is? What it is saying? Gravitational changes in gravitational force are itself causing a change in ripples in space-time paradigm. So how it is observed? You keep two observers and you, when these waves pass through, the length between these two changes. And this has been recently observed. Recent means in last 2-3 years, there has been observations made on gravitational waves. It was a very big news. Now it was such a difficult to measure the gravitational waves. If such a thing is, that is so much difficult in the world to measure, and you are saying some XYZ is points in space where these ripples are not found or not observed. Most of the jagah, then this is not observed. If it is observed, then it would have been still confusing, because it is observed only in a very few times, only in very, you have that much of sophisticated equipments, you can observe these gravitational waves. So observed means I may still be confused. Not observed means everywhere it is not observed. So this is some logical inconsistency with first statement. I am not taking it as correct. Unethical user interface designed to mislead or trick the online users. This is the correct statement. B is the correct statement for dark patterns that is seen in the news. Technique use, these all are wrong statement. You can apply it or knowledge, you can solve this question. Go ahead. Answer the 19th question. This is all same process what we are doing. All this question how to approach is very similar pattern. Look for inconsistencies, look for incorrect options. Answer 19th question first. This also we discussed so much in class, I guess. बताओ क्या आंसर है? डी. ए. बताओ बताओ और कुछ है? डी. Recently, scientists use supercomputers to simulate a rupture in space-time, considered as bridge between two remote regions in the universe. Two regions are there. There's a bridge that is using the computer simulations. They found this. It is consistent with general theory of relativity. It is given by Einstein in 1916. However, its presence has not been established through observation or by inference by astronomers. What is the above passage is about what? First one is wormhole. Singularity, we will discuss Aditi. What is singularity? We have so many times we discussed this in black holes. What exactly is black holes? Black holes are regions of extreme gravitational force. Gravitational force is too great that even light cannot come out of this. And even if you look at the space-time continuum of this black holes, it will be something like this. This point is where you exactly doesn't know how the state of matter is. This point we call it as singularity. This all is there in previous year question, there has been asked. And after this point, when light comes inside this, then only light becomes inescapable. Then it will go inside this. This area is called, or this line inside which even light cannot escape, this area is called event horizon. Beyond that, if light is here, it will go and circulating around this. Now, what is a white hole? White hole is something like an opposite of black hole. In black hole, if something got in, it cannot escape. In white hole is something like this, nothing cannot go into it. Only things can come out of it. Light can come out, particles can come out, but nothing can go into it. This is like a anti-object of black hole. This is on theoretical concept only. So wormhole is the correct answer for this question. Wormhole is like a parallel universe is there. There is a bridge connection that is connecting two parallel universes. Parallel universe means applying forces of nature might change. This universe which we know now is based on the 5 forces of nature: electromagnetic force, gravitational force, strong, weak electromagnetic force, all these 4 forces we have. These are governing the nature of physics of this universe. New parallel universe means some other forces may also be present there. So this connectivity link is called wormhole. Here correct answer is A. We might have, this is the computer simulated diagram of wormhole. This is the all other this event horizon, singularity, black hole and all this. This is white hole which we were talking about. It is a theoretical concept so far, but black hole we have some other evidences. Answer the 20th question first. Okay, बताओ क्या आंसर है? A, one only. Any other? How to answer this? This is easy because of the first lines. With reference to prison census 2022. If only this is given, it might have created some confusion. This report is by Committee to Protect Journalists report. Or this XYZ is prison census is taken from this report. Now, Committee to Protect Journalists means protecting journalists means it will anyway support the press freedom and all this. Now, come read the first statement. The Committee to Protect Journalists is a independent. If something is there with the objective of protecting the media rights or media independence, it will be independent. Cannot be associated with governments or any other statutory authority. Non-profit organization. This is very much in line, that promotes press freedom worldwide. Very much correct statement. India is the country with greatest number of journalists in prison. We have countries like China, we have countries like Iran, North Korea. These are where press freedom is absolutely not there. And Iran is also going through some kind of turmoil, and so many news around people being put into jail for freedom of using their freedom of expression and all this. So India is not the greatest country. These are other countries are much above India. So this is wrong statement. First is right. Answer here is one only. Answer the 21st question first. Okay. बताओ क्या है? सी. सब सी बोल रहा है. कौन डी बोल रहा है? डी क्यों बोला? डी क्यों बोला? 6% plus 4 seats. 2% plus 2% of seats बोल रहा है from 3 different states. recognized in 4 or more different states. Basic polity question. Why this is important? There is question over AAP getting the national party status. All these statements are correct. D is the correct answer. 6% valid votes for Lok Sabha seats from any state. That is first criteria, or 2% of Lok Sabha seats from 3 different states, or you are recognized as a state party in 4 different states. All this is criteria for electing as national party. State party, you have other criteria, that is 6% of valid votes in the state general assembly elections, or you get, for every 25 seats that is allotted to a state, you get 2 seats for this party in the Lok Sabha general elections. That can be another criteria, or 3% of the total number of seats in legislative assembly, state legislative assembly. This is criteria for a party to be regional party. 4 or more states may regional party hai, then you will get the status of national party. Basic polity questions, cannot be confused with all this. Go ahead. Note down karo karna hai. Okay now. Okay. Answer the 22nd question first. बताओ क्या आंसर है? ट्रिपल टेस्ट इज एसोसिएटेड विथ सी बोल रहा है. सी कौन बोल रहा है? ए बोल रहा है. बाकी डी जब हो गया. With reference to triple test survey, were you hear this triple test? Triple test is associated with reservations. Why this was in controversy? In local elections, there is 33% of seat for women. Now SCSE seat is reserved for depending on their population. What is OBC reservation status? OBC reservation status is not mandated. If state government wishes, if state government thinks they should give reservation, they should get the reservation, state government can provide OBC reservations. But this is not mandated under the local Constitutional Amendment Act. These two are compulsory. Now what the controversy is, some state has given the OBC reservation for some caste in the local elections. And this has been taken to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said that these reservations are valid only if they pass the triple test. Now what exactly is triple test? Triple test is there should be, before giving a reservation to any community, a commission should be set up. Then it should take empirical inquiry, exact data collection, exact how much is the population number, how much is the representation in the administration, what is the all the social and economic level of this caste. Every empirical study should be done by this commission first. After the commission, specify the proportion of reservation, like what percent, what exact number has to be given to this community. That specific proportion should be brought out by the state government. Then there is one more criteria, the total reservation should not exceed the 50%, that is whole reservation combined should be within the 50% limit. Now this has been propounded under which Supreme Court case? Mandal case or Indira Sawhney case. So this is triple test. Now this is very much correct. It needs to ensure that reservation for these are taken together does not exist. These are like a criteria within the triple test. All these, both these statements are correct. Answer is C. Go ahead. Answer the 23rd question. बताओ क्या आंसर है? सी. और कौन बोल रहे सी? आप बोल रहे हैं? और बताओ. सब सी बोल रहा है. With reference to remote elections voting machines (RVM), recently developed by Election Commission of India, consider the following statement. It is a standalone and non-networked system, unlike electronic voting machines. What type of machine is electronic voting machine? What kind of machine is EVM? Is it standalone or is it not connected with a network? It is not connected with a network. It is standalone. Even the alkaline batteries are used in this. Even we are not using modern batteries to ensure the safety of this. It cannot be connected to any other internet or any other communication devices. So unlike this means it is a wrong statement. It will use print. What exactly is this remote voting machine? Yeah, this is for migrants to vote. This much if you know, your work become very easy. Migrants in different states has to vote for their state. UP elections is going on. Migrants is in Kerala. They can vote from Kerala in the UP elections. This for this application, Election Commission of India has developed this remote electronic voting machines. Now it use printed paper ballots. It may use, it may not use. VVPAT is there, it may use. But it is not something that is a major part of this remote electronic voting system. Wrong statement. Now if for UP election somebody has to vote in Kerala, there has to be legal system amended for this. Legal system under the Representation of People Act 1951 will have to be amended for allowing this remote voting machine system. So here answer is all these first two statements are wrong. Only 3 is correct. 3 only is the correct answer. C. Answer the 24th question first. What is answer? A. A. और कुछ बोल रहा है? C. क्या बोल रहा है? So with reference to share buyback क्या होता है? If a company has issued 100 shares in the market, after for a while it thought that इतना share बहुत ज़्यादा है, then the company itself will buy back suppose 25% of this. 25 shares it brought back. This process is called share buyback. Why it does this? Increase the market price of this, or the company is facing some other issues. It doesn't want to balancing any other internal issue the company is facing. Due to all this reason, company will do the share buyback. The process reduces the number of outstanding shares in open market. Exactly. Open market में पहले 100 available था, अभी 75 only available. It reduces the number of shares available in the open market. The maximum limit of any buyback is 55%. This is specific data. I will only take this as correct if I know this data. And 55% is not a small number. If 10%, I will think that 10% is a very small limit, it can be. But 55% means very high limit. This is a wrong statement. Exact data is 25%. Okay. Go ahead, answer here is A1 only. This is the buyback process and all pictorial representation. Increase the prices of already existing share. Earnings per share increase karna. These are all the basic objectives why the share buyback is done. Go ahead. No, this is not in India data. This is like foreign websites. India mein 25% is the maximum limit for this share buyback. Answer the 25th question first. बताओ क्या आंसर है? ए और कुछ? D. Global tax agreement recently seen in news is framed by global tax is done by OECD. We discussed this in economic class also. What is the global tax agreement about? Not equalization levy. That is about digital taxation. Global, both of these are done by OECD itself. Equalization review part is regarding the digital taxation. This is every country, there should not be tax havens. Every country should pay at least some percentage tax minimum. And what is the minimum level cap? That is kept at 15% of the 136 countries are already supporting this. 50% corporate tax should be there in every country. Objective is this base erosion and profit shifting to control these practices, tax haven, tax saving practices, all this. Go ahead, it is done by OECD. Answer the 26th question first. I think this also we did in the class, I guess. Tell me what is answer? C. With reference to surety bond insurance. What is surety bond insurance? What exactly happens in bond? Suppose I am issuing a bond, I will give you a paper. Now this person, I issued the bond. Now this person will come to me after 1 year and this person give me here 1000 rupees. Now this person come to me after 1 year, I will pay him. He will give me the paper and I will have to pay him back, suppose 1100 rupees. That is the agreement, that is every bond. It's government is there, government is the issuer, we call it as sovereign bond, treasury bills, government securities and all this. Now in surety bond insurance, there will be, what happens if this person come after 1 year and I am not paying him? Then this bond buyer will be at complete loss. Now to negotiate this risk, there will be a third party. He is like insurer. If after 1 year he came, if bond issuer is not paying you, insurer will pay you. But if this party is also coming into picture, you will have to pay him some insurance amount and all. So a third party will also part of it. It is a three-party agreement. It will act as a security agreement for whatever the obligations, bond conditions, obligations are there. Both the statements are correct. Answer is C. Basics of all this, you can pause the video and go through this. The three parties, surety, principal and obligee will be there. And they will be acting as the same manner which we discussed right now. Answer the 27, don't look at that, answer the 27th question first. Don't look at the whatever it is written there. Okay. What is answer? सी बोल रहे हो? Any other? ये कौन बोल रहा है? हाँ बोल रहे हो? क्या है? ठीक है, नेशनल बैंक फॉर फिनेंसिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली डज दिस? दिस इज ए development financial institution, DFI. What DFI does? Indian banking sector has issues in funding long-term financing of infrastructure, like long-term financing for 25 years, 30 years. If Indian banks are more capable of doing short-term loans only, like personal loans, like these kind of education loan and all, within 10 years limit it is coming. Long-term bond, long-term loan if banks are giving, that is leading to asset liability mismatch, and this will eventually, due to so much 20 factors, means so much other risk elements are more high. These are all mostly leading to NPAs and banking sector issues and all these economic issues we are dealing with. So to solve all these issues, government has came up with National Bank for Financing Infrastructure Development. What it does is, usually bank get money from depositors. These are short term money, or from repo rate RBI se le lega. These are all short term money, bank is more access to. This will not raise from money all this. This will raise money only from long term investors. Long term investors like portfolio investors or some pension fund insurances. Pension fund will be there for 20-30 years. Insurances, these kind of institutions will give funding to this organization, and they will then have the capacity to invest in long-term infrastructure investment options. So it will solve long-term credit bottleneck of infrastructure projects. Very much correct. It will be regulated and supervised by All India Financial Institution by RBI. Very much correct. It is a corporate body with authorized share capital of 100 lakh crore. Is it correct? 100 lakh crore means it's too big amount for one organization to have a share capital. It is having a share capital of 1 lakh crore, and out of this 5,000 crore government is giving right away. The rest it has to raise and other kind of things. 100 lakh crore is an extreme number, and there is a data, it should strike in your mind by seeing this. It's a wrong statement. Answer is C. First and second statement are correct. Answer the 28th question first. What is the option? C बोल रहा है. C, B बोल रहा है. Department of Expenditure, is this correct? Who does this? Deepam does this, not this Department of Expenditure. It's a wrong statement. Deepam is Department of Investment and Public Asset Management Organization. Second statement, is it correct? Deepam is created firstly for the strategic disinvestment of PSUs and all this. This is correct statement. Department of Financial Services overseeing of financial management system. Is it correct? It is also not correct. Department of Economic Affairs is doing this, overseeing public financial management system. So this is wrong. Third one is correct option. It is maintained Department of Economic Affairs. It maintains the cadre of economic services. It also come out with economic survey document and all. So here answer is only 2 pairs are correct, 2 pairs are wrong. Go ahead, answer the 29th question. What is answer? B. D. B. With reference to Mahakavi Subramanian Bharatiyar. Consider the following statement. What you can infer from this? Subramanian is a Tamil or Telugu or extreme south names it is. He translated Bhagavad Gita into Marathi. Marathi is in Maharashtra. His Tamil name is there, Marathi not matching. He might have translated Bhagavad Gita into Tamil or Telugu, then I will be more confused, or Malayalam. Here it is Marathi. Marathi, I am more confident to take this as a wrong option. He fought for emancipation of women against child marriage, vehemently opposed caste. All the Bhakti points, Bhakti saints, all these reformers in Tamil Nadu also, you can see that everyone fought against all these social evils. Even Tamil Nadu politics is Dravida politics, all these are against, fight against, came out of throughout the independence movement, fight against caste system. Even today it is defined by this politics. So this can be more of a correct answer and this is wrong option. You are left with answer is B. He actually translated Bhagavad Gita into Tamil itself. Now why we are discussing this? Because Tamil Nadu Chief Minister inaugurated a statue of Mahakavi Subramanian Bharatiyar recently. That's why this question came into being. And say the last question of the day. बताओ क्या आंसर है? A, C और कुछ? A. With reference to Kochi Muziris Binale. What is this? Binale means 2 year, that you can see. Kochi Muziris means what exactly happens here? Chera Kingdom Port in Muziris is. It is in Kerala itself. Okay. What else you can get this? What exactly is Kochi Muziris Binale? It is aimed to create platform to introduce contemporary global visual art theory and practice to India. So many artists from throughout the world come to this spot, this village in this Kerala, and they exhibit their art. Their sculptures will be there. So many crafts which otherwise you see only in movies or theaters. These foreigners come here and exhibit their art. Not just foreigners, people from India also. And this will go on for 2 months around for like a festival in that village. So this exactly event is Kochi Muziris event. If you got opportunity, go and visit it. I think this year it happened. Last year, 2022, it happened. So it aims to create a platform. This is very much correct. It is conducted across various cities in Kerala every 3 years. It is not every 3 years, it is 2 years. And it is not conducted across cities, it is conducted on a specific village. So this is Kumaragam and all villages. So this is corrected, this is wrong statement. So answer here is A1 only. So that's all for now. We discussed 30 questions. I think there were little different questions from what we have solved in the last 8 classes. Today our main focus was on trying to put our whatever knowledge base we have into the question and find the correct answers. Not like we already know the answers, already know the knowledge base. That was not being checked. What is being checked was you need to apply your whatever little knowledge you have and find the answers. That was our objective of answering these questions. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.